reading this interesting book by Swami Ramshukdas. Actually, I asked earlier to my Guru Maharaj, my Guru Baba, about this sadhu, and he gave actually very interesting view on him, saying that he was a very advanced soul sadhak practitioner in his line, but still interesting to study and to understand what he have to say. So that's why I am offering as well to you all this study, this reading on this small book, and I hope this will be beneficial for you all. This sadhu and these words are not exactly Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Okay, this is yoga philosophy, and by yoga I'm not speaking about exercise, but I am speaking about connection to the divine. So in yoga philosophy, the main point is to attain liberation, but liberation does not mean only liberation from material world and to go to, I don't know, to say Vaikuntha or to go to Param Brahman. Liberation means to be liberated from bondage, and bondage is here in this world, and in our attachments is bondage, is suffering. Suffering is in every single thing that is taking out our soul from the path to God realization. So this kind of understanding and philosophy is not for people who is into a religious point of view, philosophically speaking. It's not for people who is like, for example, people from ISKCON. This kind of reading will be very, very disturbing for their conceptions of the spirituality, because this is a non-sectarian thing. So take this as an advice if you want to keep listening and hearing this reading, okay? Otherwise, for all of the yogis, bhakti yogis, raja yogis, kriya yogis, etc., for all the ones who are looking for a real spiritual connection with the divine, we're speaking Radha and Krishna, Para Brahman, whatever is your understanding and your search, then this lecture is very, very beneficial. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Para Brahmam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Tvameva Mata Shapita Tvameva Bandusha Sakha Tvameva Vidyam Dravinam Tvameva Sarvamam Deva Deva. Jai Guru Shri Guru, Jai Guru Shri Guru, Jai Guru Radharaman. Jai Nitai, Jai Gaur, Jai Sri Radheshyam. A true guru is rare. This is the page 33 of this booklet. 33 of 79 pages. There are many gurus who snatch the wealth of a disciple, but a guru who can relieve the disciple of the burning sensation of his heart is rare to find. The Gita talks about the persons who remains engrossed in the welfare of all beings. The true saints always look forward in the interest of all beings and do not attract them toward themselves. They neither make any disciple, nor make their sects, nor accept any offerings. They always think of the well-being and salvation of others. And that too, not only for their disciples, but for all the living beings. Their prayer to God is that all beings should be happy, they should be free from disease, there should be welfare of all, and no one should ever suffer in the least. This is something very interesting, that a non-sectarian spiritual master is a must. we must to get a non-sectarian spiritual master that will give love, affection, wisdom to every single entity, every single soul, not only people, not only their group, not only their sect, their ideas, but for everyone. You know, when I drop the path of ISKCON ideas over 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I used to join a Buddhist Sangha in my city that for some reason the Lama, the guru of the Sangha, was a Lama, was a yogi who did his meditation inside a cave in the Himalayas for about 14 years. And after achieving what he called Siddhi in his sadhana, achieving the goal of his sadhana, he went out from the cave and ended up for those things of life in Chile, in my home country, to teach. So the meditation that we did was every day to meditate in the welfare of all living entities, not only our Buddhist friends or our Hare Krishna friends, no, all of them without distinction, without names, without any kind of special visa or passport to say, to give welfare to everybody. So we meditate properly, deeply, every single day on that all living entities will be in love, will receive spiritual love, will be in welfare, will be healthy and not suffering for every single jiva that is inside this jail of the material realm, samsara, through karma, so forth. So we meditate on that, and that is a very beautiful thing. And I think many of the people who have been switching or is in the path of yoga and Buddhism, they have this mind and they love that idea of non-sectarianism, of a non-sectarian faith. But actually, our philosophy as Gaudiyas is exactly that. Our Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he was not a Gaudiya Vaishnava. No, he was a servant of Radha and Krishna, but he never said only us, only we. It was not like that. It was not like that. Our Sri Radharaman Sharandas Dev, our superhero Mahavira Radharaman, also he did not distinction between castes. He did not distinction between women or men, poor, rich, Shudra, Meleshara, rascal, or Brahmana. He did not distinction on this kind of thing. He gave love to everyone. Even Radharaman Sharan give mantra diksha even to animals, like a dog. Especially there is a special lila on a dog, on Charit Sudha and Life of Love, where Radharaman give even kripa to dogs, even kripa to the trees, you know. So this is our real true philosophy. All this sectarism is all based on avidya, on ignorance. It does not matter if somebody or people can repeat shlokas from Bhagavatam or from Bhagavad Gita by memory. It does not matter. What matter really, what is the true thing, is to if we really understand our philosophy. Krishna in Gita explained 3 different methods. One is karma, one is jnana or samkhya, and the other is bhakti. So he said, all of this you will achieve perfection. Now, of course, we know by kripa of Gauranga Nitai, we know that bhakti is the supreme path. And bhakti is the cream of all yoga process, because all the yoga process end up fusing, yes, the Atman with the supreme love. The Atman will melt in the supreme love. It does not mean for us that we will melt or we will fuse in the Parabrahman, no. But we will be part of that supreme love. So in this way, we understand that this is not a sectarian thing to follow, or the good things must come only for our people and the other are all rascal, or are not bona fide, or this and that. This is something that we must start losing step by step. Now, obviously, we must be intelligent, as we have been reading in the previous lectures on this book, that obviously there are, in Kali Yuga, demons based on Kalki Upanishads, the Kalki Puranam, and other Puranams. We know that the demons reincarnate and will present themselves inside Kali Yuga as Brahmanas. They will present themselves as sadhus and gurus. So that's why we must be very, very careful with this. Very careful that we are not in the trap, in the cloud of demons. Because this is exactly what they do. They pose as gurus and they absorb the mental, psychic, and spiritual energy of the disciples, And how we know that we are in the wrong place? Because those gurus are not giving God, are just giving sectarian ideas, are giving you comfort in the mind, but all of that are mental tricks. It's not nectar. It's not real medicine for the soul to get God. So a true guru is rare. A real guru always think of the well-being and salvation of others, and that too not only for their disciples but for all the living beings. Their prayer to God is that all beings should be happy. They should be free from disease. There should be welfare for all, and no one should ever suffer in the last. So basically, it's to achieve God. This real guru is working hard to make everybody to achieve God. The reason being that they have themselves experienced and realized that there is so much suffering in the world, and for an everlasting happiness, it is essential to sacrifice the pleasure of the world. They want that everyone should be free from the worldly pains and experience the highest form of happiness till eternity. In today's time, it is very rare to find genuine saints and sages. They were rare even in the past, but especially at the present, they are even rarer to find. Today, it is a profession to be a guru. They initiate disciples to earn their own livelihood. They impose their own beliefs and systems to encourage their praise and fame and to serve their own self-interest. The disciples have also developed the same feelings of self-interest nowadays. It is the time for everything artificial, be it a Brahman or a Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, hermit, householder, person, celibates, brahmacharis, sages, etc. All are fake. Period. All are fake. Even vegetables, flowers, spices, milk, etc. are adulterated. These are fake as well. Not even gurus. So even gurus are frauds also. It is not enough to be just a saint to attain salvation. I have seen this by being a saint myself. Therefore, for one's welfare, salvation, one should not get bonded with any particular human being, not even to a guru. In reality, bliss, liberation, divine wisdom, and attainment of God are not dependent on a guru. If without a guru there is no knowledge of the self, then how will have the first guru in the world attain wisdom? Thus, it proves that a human being realizes eternal truth only by the grace of Almighty God. But nowadays, it has become a common belief that it is prerequisite to become a disciple, to accept the principles of the Guru, and then only the Guru will guide us. In such a situation, the disciple suffers a lot because he does not get proper guidance and benefit. His internal ignorance does not vanish, and he becomes so helpless that he can't go somewhere else for proper guidance. If somebody seeks my opinion, I will say, attend spiritual discourses, take as much advantage as possible, but do not have a guru. From wherever you gain something good, accept it, and if there is no benefit in it, move on. You should not get stuck to a guru. Hard words. Mm-hmm. The way a greedy bee sucks the honey from flower to flower, similarly, a keen seeker of knowledge should go from one guru to another. I wonder that what be the state of a person after having a guru. I have met people who made good gurus from their viewpoints, but later they lost their reverence for them. Therefore, a person who wants to attain salvation should not get attached to anyone. A person who himself is caught in the worldly affairs and is incapable of attaining salvation himself, who will he be able to lead the disciple to salvation? This is so hard and strong to think and to meditate on, but this is true. We must meditate on this and to not be trapped. It is really difficult to find a genuine guru nowadays, the one with perfect knowledge of the self. So how will he be able to impart it to his disciple? Such gurus were rare earlier, also as we are not satisfied by reading the book authored by them. The gurus of a high stature are those who don't insist on their own ideologies like duality or non-duality, etc. That is why it is essential for a striver, devotee, to be completely dedicated to God, to be one with God as He is the one who is perfect and not any particular person. If we move toward God, He will bless us with yoga, knowledge, and devotion. So in this paragraph, we understand, at least I extract, that our goal must be always Bhagavan, Krishna. We cannot have a different goal. This is what we see nowadays. Many people become disciple of, or they find out a guru on internet and they get diksha from gurus and they worship their guru. I have seen people doing sangha that they put an altar and in the altar only is the picture of the guru. It's not picture of Radha and Krishna, Shiva, whatever deity or form of Bhagavan, but they put the picture of a guru. This is incorrect because they are worshipping a person. Even if the person is the representation of Bhagavan, all right, but what are you worshipping? The person of Bhagavan. Go to Bhagavan then. You can put your guru picture, of course, in the altar. I have my gurus in my altar, but are always lower, and my center point is always Bhagavan. I have Radha and Krishna, Thakuri, Padita Bhavan, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, Nitai Gauranga, Shad Goswami, right? But my point, Radha and Krishna, it must be like that. If a guru is taking a more important position than Radha and Krishna, then you are in front of a fraud. Of course, if he haven't been surpassing his own or her own ego, how he will lead you to Krishna is impossible. Let's be intelligent. A human's, page 37, a human's inborn guru discrimination. It is a vital fact that the Almighty God gives the human body to realize God, and along with it, He also gives us a guru in the form of discrimination. God does not leave anything incomplete. The way an officer gets the facilities of a house, servant, car, etc. Similarly, God makes provisions for our salvation. Along with the human body, He provides the discrimination to discriminate between the real and the unreal, desirable and undesirable, right and wrong. The one who respects his discrimination does not need any external guru for his salvation, and the one who disrespects it, even if he has a guru, he is not capable to attain salvation. That is why it is not necessary to have a guru. The more a being gives importance to his discrimination, puts it to use in his life, the more his discrimination is enhanced, and finally the discrimination is transformed into self-realization. Their respect toward one's discrimination is achieved by attending religious discourses and not by making a guru. Manasabala 3:4. True saints and sages don't make any disciples. Still, people achieve salvation by attending to their discourses and teachings. True knowledge flows from their natural behaviors, and scriptures are made out of these utterances. Therefore, as far as possible for our spiritual progress, we shall concentrate on the discourses and teachings of real saints and not get attached to a guru. The Mewara king's uncle was Maharaj Chaturasimhaji. He used to listen to religious discourses, and whenever any God utterance was heard, he moved on to translate it into practice in his life. His decision was to follow it for his whole life. This way, he became a true saint himself. He composed several volumes and was known as Valmiki, of Mewari dialect. Similarly, you should also become saintly if you start practicing, doing the sadhana, all the good that you get, you and hear. Now, of course, this is somehow in contradiction to our Gaudiya philosophy in terms that we know that it's necessary to have a guru. But the point here is, one more time, what kind of guru are we getting? If we cannot get any, like a real bona fide guru, then better to not get engaged with anybody and to learn from everyone. This is, in short, what it is telling. Just a moment. Preeminence of a disciple for attaining salvation. And this is about us, sadhakas. A guru who is a mahanta, head of a particular sect, and owns a lot of wealth. In such a case, the preeminence of a guru is to be accepted if one wants to gain that wealth from him. A disciple will get money only when the guru accepts him as a disciple. Without a consent of the guru, a disciple cannot acquire any wealth from him. Therefore, for obtaining wealth, the role of a guru is prominent. But to gain knowledge and to attain salvation, the status of a disciple is of primary importance. If a disciple is not keen for his salvation, then a guru can't help him. But if a disciple is keenly interested in his salvation, then even without guru's assistance, he will attain salvation. Swami Ramanandaji refused to initiate Kavira as his disciple. So one day Kavira lay down on the stairs of Panchaganga. When Ramanandaji passed from there to take bath, he unknowingly stepped on Kavira. When he realized this, he uttered Rama Rama. Kavira thereafter accepted this Rama Rama as the secret message given by the Guru's mantra, for his spiritual guidance, and started practicing it. As a result, Kavira became a universal saint amongst all the other saints. In another incident, Dronacharya refused to accept Ekalavya as his disciple, so he made a statue of him and treated it as his guru. He started learning archery, and as a result became even more perfect than Arjuna. Therefore, it is not essential that by being attached to a guru only you attain salvation. If that was the case, have all those persons who devote themselves to a guru attain salvation? No. No, no, and no. Yeah, this is a great analysis. I will just mark this. Therefore, it is not essential that by being attached to a guru only, you attain salvation. If that was the case, all those persons who devote themselves to a guru attain salvation? No, absolutely no, absolutely not. Very little. And have they attained God? The one by whose teachings and guidance we attain salvation is a true spiritual guide for us, whether we consider him a guru or not, or whether he treats us as a disciple or not, and even if the guru is not aware of this. Dattatreyaji talked about his 24 gurus, but did any one of them go to him to accept him as his disciple, or to tell him that he was his guru? A guru should be such that he remains unaware that he has a disciple. Wow. Shuddha Siddhanta, yeah, the upper level, really, upper level. In the very beginning, what I see, and I can analyze this and to share with you that you are listening this video, this live, is that in a very beginning of the path, we need such a character as a guru that we believe that we are in some kind of a spiritual process that from that very moment. And we need this initiation, we need all this ritual, and to have a guru who will be very popular, very strong, very well known and respected by everyone, you know, like a superhero. We get, you know, our Jagat Guru, you know, like we hear this, our Jagat Guru, this Prabhupada, or this or that, yeah. But when we advance, we start seeing, okay, this is not necessary to have this kind of fanatism on our own gurus. You know, we can respect and worship our gurus in the heart, but we don't need this magnifical, like superhero kind of character that, by the way, are all fictional characters. You know, the devotees who were with Swami Bhaktivedanta on that time, they say that he was very different than the idea that ISKCON is presenting him. Have you seen all the pictures of Swami Bhaktivedanta? Is very serious. There are a few pictures of Swami Bhaktivedanta smiling. One is with his books, and another picture smiling with his disciple, like 2 or 3 pictures that you can see normally, Swami Bhaktivedanta smiling. Normally it's very serious, and normally with this attitude, like, I am the emperor of the universe, you know, this attitude, like, always like this, you know. So this is a superhero character, you know. I have been studying as well from Yogananda Paramahamsa. And by the way, I am not against Swami Bhaktivedanta. I respect him very much. What happened after him is the thing that I criticize quite a lot, but it's not anymore my business. I study some stuff from Yogananda, going a total different story, different kind of guru, but still a guru, very popular and worshipped by thousands worldwide. They say as well, the ones who were with him, they say as well that Yogananda was very different, the real Yogananda, than the ones presented by the disciples, no, whatever, in the institution that came out of his mission. That he was always joking, that normally he was not a very centered person like we imagine, like an enlightened Siddha Kriya guru, like he's always meditating and always very concentrate and one point of mind. He was joking all around. They must to sometimes stop him. Hey, please calm down and stuff like that. He was like a child, you know. He was very happy and making so much jokes. So very different than the idea that we have of Yogananda. Always he's speaking like this, and now we will attain super consciousness. No, he was even throwing water to people, you know, like a child throwing balloons of water to people. His disciple, he was like crazy person, like very crazy. Of course, all enlightened souls, advanced souls, all they look crazy for the materialistic mind. So was our Nityananda Ram. So was like this. Is our Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So it was Radha Raman Sharan Das Dev. Many people thought that Radha Raman Sharan Das Dev was crazy, totally crazy. Huh? Yeah. So these are enlightened souls. So our superhero character that we are believing is something that we need as a pre-Kanishta Adhikaris and Kanishta Adhikaris, because we need this super powerful image to follow. The child, when the child is born, see his father just because he needs to survive. His father like very powerful, very intelligent, and the mother is always the most beautiful mother, and the father is always the best father. But when we grow up, if we grow up as a being, we realize that our father maybe was not so perfect and so powerful. And maybe our mother, maybe was beautiful and everything, but maybe was not such a perfect mother as we saw as a kid, So we must grow up. And when we grow up, we understand that this superhero character is not necessary. Guru is a principle that is present in the heart of the ones who are living and following the truth. Some of them are sadhus, babajis. Some of them can be from different lines, but there is Guru Nitai is speaking from the heart of all of them. It's not one person specifically. Have you noticed that in my channel, even if I am a devotee of Radha Raman Charandas Dev, I believe, based on Shastras and proofs of the Siddhas of his time, that he's incarnation of Nityananda. Ramakrishna accept this. Ramakrishna, the biggest of the yogis of the last century, accept that Radha Raman was an incarnation of Nityananda Ram. His first disciple and uncle, cousin, is a woman who was also a guru in his time, in the time of Ramakrishna. Also, she that was a Siddha Mahatma, a Siddha Yogini, she also saw, by looking at Radha Raman, saw him in his Manjari Svarupa. And say, this is the very Nityananda Ram is here again doing this Nagara Kirtan. This is Radha Raman Charandas. Lakshmi Ma. Lakshmi Ma is her name. So she was the first disciple of Ramakrishna and Siddha Guru. So even that, I am not speaking about my own Guru. Normally I'm not speaking about my own Guru. I am speaking about Gurudev as a universal concept that is also speaking about your Gurudev. Really, so many. This Nityananda expansion. Anyways, let's continue. Have they attained God? No. The one by whose teaching and guidance we attain salvation, it is the true spiritual guide for us, whether we consider him a guru or not. Attainment of God is not dependent on Guru. 41. The realization of Supreme Soul, whom we want to attain, is not confined to any particular place, not possessed by any particular person. And if it is so, how will he benefit us? The Almighty is ever attained to all beings. The sages, who are knowers of the reality of divine soul, neither aspire to become gurus, nor they accept any gifts. Instead, they help the seekers openly. The ones who are not inclined to become gurus are able to teach us the truth of the soul better, and not the ones who accept to become gurus. This reminds me the story of Radha Raman when he met his guru. That the Gurudev of Sri Radha Raman Charandas Dev, Shankaranya Puri, and who was living actually in Ayodhya, in the land of Ramchandra. He was a sadhu living there in the bank of the Ganges. But it's the same. It's the same, different name. In the bank of the Ganges, his Vajan Kutir was there. This guru, this sadhu, Shankaranya Puri, he was not accepting disciples. Previously, he was from Nityananda Vamsha. He was Goswami bloodline from Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu. But he renounced to this lifestyle. Disciples, everybody worshiping you, comfort, and all these kind of things that they have. No, he renounced and he dedicated himself 108% to the Harinam Japa Mahamantra Hare Krishna Hare Ram. In the bank of the Ganges, nothing else. No palanquin, no celebration, no Prabhupada, no nothing like that. He forget all about that and he dedicated really, truly to Bhagavan. And then Radharaman, when he received the darshan of Durga Ma, he said, but how my guru will recognize me? Because my guru is not accepting disciples, so how my guru will recognize me and will give me diksha? And Durga Ma have to say to the guru, you must to give diksha to Raisharan. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. From Bengal, he's coming to you. You must to give him diksha. And the Gurudev, when he say, when he met Radharaman in person, he say, you have been giving me the biggest of the favors, the biggest of the blessings. First, because of you, our divine mother Durga have been appearing in front of me. But in the same time, you did this favor because because of you, I have to break my vow of not taking disciples. So I have to give you diksha. This is a real guru. So all the sadhus of the time say that this guru was the very incarnation or the living force of Nityananda was in his heart. This level of power was living in this sadhu. But he was not a bogi. He was a real sadhu doing japam, mantra Hare Krishna, Hare Ram every single day. Like Haridas Thakur, like the Goswamis of Vrindavan. A real sadhu. So this Shakti power is what came to our Radharaman Sharandas Dev. We should not accept less, actually. Must to be top level. Otherwise, for what we need a guru? Just to say, oh, I have a guru. You know, it's like I put one star here, like the militaries. I did that. I have a guru. And who is your guru? Which realization your guru has is popular? What? Michael Jackson was popular. What realization are there? Lady Gaga is popular. What realizations are there?
You think that you are the part of this, so you are proud of yourself.
Yes, this is Pratishta. My guru is very popular. I am disciple of the guru, so I am kind of part of this show. I am very, very important. Yes. Bullshit. Forget about that. If you want to achieve Bhagavan, you need to start the true path, the real thing, the real deal. Otherwise, it's not. Otherwise, it's just a religious thing. Religion is dead. Religion is dead long ago. We have seen in Europe, Western countries, and in India, in Asia, we have seen how religion have been just manipulating people. And these people, these priests, are just taking advantage of people. Economical advantage of people, that's all. There are no realization. It's just a show paraphernalia. So if you really want to go further, you must to really wake up and take action. Yes or no? Okay. Next. The people who buy and sell the name of God, bargain about it, and who emphasize that the prerequisite for them to help is in showing the way to reach God, it is to become their disciples, are not true gurus. The ones who say, you will achieve God just with me, we are the only true.
Yeah.
Have you heard this?
Yes, many times. If
you follow that line or those Babajis, you will be lost. The only truth is with us. These are not gurus. This is Maya, illusion. It is a principle that a thing that is bought for a particular price is of less value than the amount paid. If a watch is bought for 100 rupees, to say $100 or $1 million, the shopkeeper himself has not bought it for that much, but for less than that. If by accepting a guru a thing is achieved, then it certainly cannot be equivalent to the guru, but something lower than the guru, and not of that value. So how can God be attained by it? If the guru hasn't been achieving Siddha, if it's not a Siddha guru, if it's not a Siddha, no Siddha guru, but a Siddha Vaishnav, then how you will achieve perfection if your guru is not perfect? 2 + 2 is 4, no? If the guru is not realized, then you will not achieve realization. Simple. What you will end up doing?
Pratishta.
Pratishta?
Divine Pratishta.
Yeah. But something lower than the guru, and not of that value. So how can God be attained by it? God is unavailable, unavailable. God has no price. Such a prized possession can only be had without paying any value, because an invaluable item cannot be bought at any price. And on the other hand, if a price is paid for a thing, it is of less value than the price paid. Therefore, if someone wants you to be a disciple, disagree with folded hands and be sure he is not the guru. He is a Kalanemi in disguise. Kalanemi, devil personified as a guru, once told Hanumanji that he will impart him knowledge after initiating him. After realizing the truth, Hanumanji told him to accept his fate to be a guru before utterance of his teaching of the secret message, Guru Mantra. And later on, as a token of his feast, Hanuman caught hold of his body with his tail and knocked him down. Hanuman pretend that he's buying this bullshit from the Guru, I am saint. And he do the pranams, and when do a pranam with the tail, take him and puff, smash him out. Jai Hanuman, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Jai Radharaman. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Why such higher guru doesn't accept the disciple?
Higher Guru.
Yeah. I see the guru. Why they doesn't want to take this to be picture disciple?
It's a good question. Why Siddha is not taking disciples? That's why we see all the Siddhas has one or two disciples with good luck, one or two disciples from Siddhas. It's because first they must to devote themselves to make the disciple a worthy disciple, so to teach the disciple. It means they must to break their own sadhana. They have to stop their own activities in order to teach somebody, So normally they take one disciple or two disciples. In case that one disciple died or failed, somebody will keep the torch of light moving forward, But those who take disciples, they are not really doing the real job,
So now what if this is because of qualification of disciple also? It can be.
Disciple also must to have some basic qualifications, but seeing from our Gaudiya point of view, Vaishnava point of view, there is truly no qualification for a disciple to receive the Krishna Nam. This does not mean, because this many people is taking it in a wrong way, does not mean that I don't need qualifications. It means I can never have enough qualifications for chanting the Krishna's Nam. This is only by Kripa. By Kripa Unitai Gauranga, we can chant Krishna Nam. We can japa Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. But no any sadhana, no any siddha perfection that we can do will grant us that now I am good enough for Krishna Nam. Krishna Nam is too much infinite in relation to us. Even if we achieve perfection, Krishna Nam is too big for us. So this is only coming by Kripa. So in that way, there is not qualification. As a Gaudiyas, we receive by Kripa of Gurudev, we receive Nam, we receive the Nam, we receive the mantras, the Diksha mantras, etc., etc., etc. Yes. We will continue with this hot reading, actually super hot reading. It's the Burning Fire. 78, the last 20 pages, 30 pages in the next video. I hope you enjoy. If there's any question, leave it there in the comments. Huh?
I like thank you.
Oh, thank you. If any question, leave it in the comments. Please don't comment from ISKCON kind of Siddhanta, because honestly, it's a waste of time. Okay. Thank you very much. Jay Sri Radheshyam.